Imagine this, a home from 100 years ago. In the kitchen, a grandmother fries eggs in a cast iron skillet with a generous tablespoon of lard. On the shelf, there are no bottles of refined vegetable oils, just a jar of thick white fat, proudly reused. For centuries, humanity cooked this way, but something happened in the 20th century that changed everything. Animal fats, which were once the cornerstone of our grandmother's cooking, became public health enemy number one. We were told that cholesterol was a silent killer, that arteries clogged like pipes full of fat, and that the solution lay in healthy vegetable oils. But what if all this was one of the greatest manipulations of the food industry? It all began with a man, Ansel Keys, an American nutritionist who launched the famous lipid hypothesis, which claimed that the consumption of saturated fats raised cholesterol and led to heart disease. His research was the foundation of the food revolution that eliminated animal fats from our kitchens. But there's a problem. Keys manipulated his data. The famous 7-country study ignored key information. In fact, if all the studied countries had been included, the correlation between saturated fat consumption and heart disease would have disappeared. However, the narrative was already imposed. The food and pharmaceutical industries saw a golden opportunity and promoted hydrogenated vegetable oils and cholesterol-free margarines as healthy alternatives. Behind the demonization of animal fats lies a multi-million-dollar business. Companies producing soybean, corn, and canola oils invested millions in advertising and studies that confirmed the supposed dangers of butter and tallow. But what is the reality? Vegetable oils are not as natural as they seem. Unlike butter, which is obtained simply by melting pork fat, refined oils undergo aggressive industrial processes, solvent extraction with chemicals, high-temperature refining, and deodorization to remove unpleasant odors. As a result, we get a supposedly healthy liquid, but loaded with inflammatory compounds and trans fats. In recent years, prestigious chefs and health experts have started questioning the official narrative. Recent research suggests that saturated fats are not the true villain, and that ultra-processed vegetable oils could be more harmful than we thought. High-end restaurants are bringing back the use of lard and beef tallow for their stability and superior flavor. Meanwhile, in the health community, nutritionists and functional doctors are advocating for a return to natural fats. But wait, are all animal fats the same? Is cooking with lard the same as with beef tallow or ghee? The answer will surprise you. If you've made it this far, it's because you now know that animal fats were unfairly demonized. But before you rush to replace your vegetable oils, there's something you need to know. Not all animal fats are the same. Some types can be a genuine superfood, while others can be less beneficial depending on their origin and processing. So, before making decisions, let's see what makes each of these fats unique. Lard was a staple in the diet of our ancestors. It is a stable fat, with a fatty acid profile that makes it ideal for cooking. Additionally, it is rich in vitamin D, as long as it comes from pigs raised outdoors. But beware, the commercial lard you find in supermarkets is usually hydrogenated or processed, which changes its structure and makes it less healthy. Beef tallow is one of the most stable fats for cooking at high temperatures. It does not oxidize easily and is ideal for frying, something many people are unaware of. In fact, before the arrival of vegetable oils, fast food chains used to cook their French fries in beef tallow, which gave them an unmatched flavor. But of course, the industry switched to cheaper and less healthy oils. Ghee is basically clarified butter, which means the casein and lactose have been removed, leaving only pure fat. Its stability at high temperatures and intense flavor have made it a staple in Indian and Ayurvedic cuisine. Furthermore, it is an excellent source of butyric acid, a beneficial compound for intestinal health. If you seek stability and heat resistance, beef tallow is an excellent option for frying. For cooking and adding flavor, good quality lard is ideal. And if you want an exotic touch and benefits for digestion, the clarified butter is a great choice. But here comes the big question. If these fats are so good, why do they keep warning us about their impact on health? What about cholesterol? Is it really the enemy? In the next chapter, we are going to debunk one of the biggest myths in nutrition. I have a full video on this topic, but I'll summarize it here. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you surely heard phrases like, "Don't eat so much fat," or "Your cholesterol will go up," or "Cholesterol will clog your arteries." But what if I told you that this fear has been exaggerated and that, in reality, cholesterol is essential for life? The first thing you need to know is that your body naturally produces cholesterol. In fact, 80% of the cholesterol in your blood doesn't come from food, but from your own liver. This is because cholesterol is essential for hormone production, cell repair, and brain function. If cholesterol is not the problem, what really causes heart diseases? The answer is chronic inflammation. When you consume processed vegetable oils, they generate free radicals that damage the arteries. Cholesterol goes to repair the damage. But if the inflammatory process continues, plaques form. In other words, cholesterol is not the cause of the problem. It is the body's response to try to solve it. France is famous for its diet rich in butter, cheeses, and meat, but it has one of the lowest rates of heart disease in the world. Something similar happens in Argentina, where the consumption of meat and animal fat is high, but heart problems are not greater than in countries with lighter diets. Why? Because these populations do not excessively consume ultra-processed oils. Their diet is based on natural fats, which reduces inflammation and keeps the metabolism in balance. Recent studies have debunked the idea that saturated fats are dangerous. A 2010 meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition concluded that there is not enough evidence to state that saturated fats increase the risk of cardiovascular diseases. But here arises a key question. How can we use animal fats without making mistakes? Now that we know the truth about cholesterol, the question is, how do we cook with animal fats correctly to obtain all their benefits? We already know that animal fats were unjustly demonized and that their consumption in adequate amounts can be part of a healthy diet. However, their correct use is key to obtaining their benefits without negative effects. It is not about bathing everything in lard or tallow, but about integrating them intelligently in cooking without compromising health. Animal fats are not harmful on their own, but an excess combined with a diet high in refined carbohydrates and ultra-processed foods can lead to metabolic problems. A balanced diet should include quality proteins, fiber-rich vegetables, and sources of natural fats without overusing any of them. A sensible recommendation is to animal fats for cooking within a diet based on whole and unprocessed foods, without exceeding the total daily caloric intake. The stability of a fat at high temperatures is crucial to prevent oxidation and the formation of harmful compounds. Lard. Use it for medium heat cooking, such as sautéing vegetables or low-temperature meats. It is excellent for adding flavor and texture without altering its molecular structure. Beef tallow. Its high stability makes it ideal for cooking grilled meats or slow-cooked stews. Ghee. Perfect for sautéing spices, cooking vegetables, and accompanying dishes without needing to fry. Avoid reheating fats multiple times, as this generates inflammatory compounds and reduces their benefits. While many traditional recipes use animal fats for frying, there are healthier ways to incorporate them without compromising their nutritional quality. Stir-fried vegetables in ghee or lard enhances the flavor of vegetables without the need for refined oils. Bone broth with beef tallow provides collagen, minerals, and beneficial natural fats for the gut and skin. Cauliflower puree with ghee, a low-carbohydrate alternative rich in flavor. Grilled or baked meats with beef tallow. It adds juiciness without the need for processed sauces. Proper storage prevents oxidation and contamination. Lard and beef tallow. They are best preserved in glass jars, in cool and dark places. They can be refrigerated or frozen to extend their shelf life. Ghee. It does not need refrigeration if kept in an airtight jar without moisture. Reuse. They can be used multiple times as long as they haven't been exposed to excessive high temperatures or foods with starches or proteins that can degrade them. Animal fats can be a healthy option if used consciously and in balance. Have been part of human nutrition for centuries, but their reputation was damaged by misinformation and the interests of the food industry. The question is, will we return to the natural, or will we continue trusting the ultra-processed products that have been sold to us as healthy? Share your opinion and tell me how you would use these fats in your daily diet. I want to invite you to visit our health coach at tuvisalud.com. If you want to learn more about this topic, our coach is ready to help you. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family